are. Keep stepping in your purpose. You are a star, wherever you are.
Hear me, just making sure everybody is here with me. Let me check in the comments really quickly and say hello to everyone that is here. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Jella, hey, thank you for being here. Nightbot, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jella, you can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? I see my bubble moving, so I'm feeling like I got sound. Hey, Steph. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jella, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. Okay, good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you, thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you. Okay, hey y'all, hey, thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate you all near and far, those here in the flesh, those here in the spirit. To all those who are affected by Hurricane Milton, my thoughts and prayers are with you during this tragic time. We are here today in celebration of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have a very special guest here to share her story about her battle with breast cancer. She is a content creator by the name of Survivor Speaks. Before we get started, I just want to say to her, I appreciate your braveness and your willingness to share with us here today. Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you all Survivor Speaks. Let's see if she's here. Can we all hear her?
Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
Is
you.
there a
Can
little
how's the
feedback
sound?
or anything?
I'm not hearing it on my end. So let's see what the audience says really quickly, and then we'll take it from there. Are you guys getting any feedback on that on your end? Has all the sound good? Everything's good? Good to go? Nightbot is picking on you, Jella. I will fix Nightbot so that Nightbot doesn't pick on you. It's saying your emojis, but I love them, so keep on doing it, girly. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so we got no feedback. You guys can hear us both perfectly. I appreciate you all for being here with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you again so much. Let's see here. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit how this interview is going to go so that you guys get a feel of what the 20 deeps are like and what they're meant to do. So the 20 deep is meant to give you a bird's eye view into your favorite creators. There's going to be 4 segments. There will be 5 questions in each segment, with some pretty fun surprises and story times and things like that in between. So there is a poll question in the chat. Please make sure that you answer the poll questions. They are going to change as we go through each segment. So please make sure that you are taking those polls. Okay, let me just double check in the chat really quickly one more time. Okay. Okay. Oops. Okay. Everybody's here. Okay. Yes. Please support the channel if you can. Thank you, Napa. I appreciate you. Looks like you're working as you should be. Let's get started with this interview. So, Survivor, are you ready, my love? Are you ready?
I guess I am. Hello, everybody in the chat. How are you today?
Okay. Yes. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Again, to those who are suffering, our prayers are with you. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this interview. And my first question to you is, in your lifetime, what is your earliest, happiest memory that you have?
um, I'm gonna say the birth of my son.
Hmm. Okay. The birth of son. That is a very good one. I think that bringing new life into the world is always a blessing. Was there something special about that specific day, or was that like your
Uh,
first
you know,
childbirth?
it was my first. It's my first child. My first child is a son. You know, he's a boy. A man now rather. And it was just a special time. For me being a new mother. Um, it was a joyous occasion.
So you got you a little king on the first try. That's a queen doing her thing right there.
Yes. Got me one king, one queen.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna move right along. What is the scariest thing that you remember about being 18 years old?
The scariest thing I remember at being 18 was that I knew I was getting ready to graduate from high school. The scary part was, well, I'm not going to say that. Well, no. So I did go to a Catholic high school. Um, we graduated on a Saturday, which was July 1st, and on July 3rd, um, my parents was dropping me off to campus. Um, and I think that was the scariest time of my life because I had never been on my own. And so it's just like I jumped right out of high school into college. So, being independent, um, around a bunch of people like you didn't know on such a huge campus. That was scary to me at the age of 18.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was scary for me too. I was pretty much in the same predicament. I think I graduated in the beginning of June. I was still 17. I went to college on campus a couple weeks later, and then my 18th birthday was the week after that. So
Wow.
yeah, I was a little bit ahead of the game, and it was scary. It was scary. So, yeah, that's a pretty scary time at 18. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat can agree with that. Yes. So, how did you decide what career choices you wanted to make in life?
All right. This is a funny one. So I have always been drawn to law, um, anything to do with law, true crime. I've been into that like way before. I even graduated from high school. I was a Columbo freak. Like that was my show, Columbo. And
Okay.
so yeah,
I know this.
making. What'd you say? Anything to do with crime was where I was headed. I first wanted to be an attorney. Then I didn't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
So then I decided that I wanted to do something in law enforcement. So at a very young age, I became a correction officer.
Okay. That had to be a daunting experience. I do know some people who are in the correctional system right now. Could you briefly tell us about your experience there?
So I started there when I was 21 years old. My son was 4 months. Um, and the inmates kind of do like, so I started out in the county jail. So the inmates like to do a, what do they call it? Like a, like a some type of hazing, like to test your gangster. They like to test you. That's a better word for it. So they like to test you to see where you are. So my first experience was with that was, I go to work, and it's my first time on the floor, and so I see this woman in the hallway, and she's mopping. So she's a trustee, and so you know how you kind of like bump at somebody, like you getting ready, you jump at them, like I'm getting ready to, hit you like that. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
did. She did that, and she was like, you know what I'm in here for? And I told her, I said, I really don't care what you in here for. So I really, because I really did. I really don't care what what you're in here for. And then she was like, she was in there for red rum. I said, I know that's a lie because you wouldn't be out in this hallway mopping. And she was like, oh, you're going to be all right with me. So that was something that, um, I don't forgot the question. Yeah, excuse me. I have what you call,
No, it's okay. That's
fog
about your career
brain.
choice, but that's a pretty tough situation that you had
Yeah,
to
I was
be in that
Mhm.
moment. It's kind
Yeah, I
of
was
life.
21. I was
Yeah.
21, very young. So, yeah, so you brought me back. Thank you. I was
So you a
21,
tough
very young.
cookie. You a tough cookie. You've been kicking ASS and taking names, huh?
I just a little, just a little bit. So I was 21. So it's like the inmates, at first they tried me a lot, but it
Oh,
really didn't last long for them.
okay. Okay. So now I want to get all up in your business. Have you in life, have you had good luck with love?
Um, yeah, I'm married right now. Uh,
Okay.
I've been married for, what was it, July 32? What was it this year? 8 or 9 years, one of those. So yes,
A married mom life.
yep.
Okay. And what could you give us as a piece of advice for those of us who are not married and maybe some of us are engaged, looking to be married or looking to move forward within a relationship? What's some advice that you can give to some of us in this day and age when it comes to relationships?
Um, I would say about people that are looking for love, don't do that. Um, I think let it find you. But when it
Awesome.
comes, you have to be ready for it. So if you're somebody that believes in God or whatever, and you are saying, God, I want you to place the right person, and you praying for God to place the right person in your life, you have to realize that you're praying to God. So you have to be open because you never know who He's going to send. So and you never know in what form it's going to come. The biggest advice that I can tell anybody that's married or engaged, newly married, you keep everybody out your business. Me and my husband don't let any outsiders inside of our relationship,
Yes.
including mothers,
Yes.
fathers, none of that.
Yes. Yes.
And so that's the biggest advice I can give anybody.
Keep your love life to yourself. That is the advice. That's what we're going with. Okay, so the last question in this section, which is considered, your life outside of YouTube and being a content creator, what is the thing that you like to do with your free time? Like, what's your thing?
um, I have this thing where I tell the people at my job that have to listen, to me because I'm the subject matter expert, you know, at my job. And so they're everybody that works in this company, they're all doctors. I'm the only one that's not a doctor. but I'm the subject matter expert in the account that I'm over. So when I have to reach out to them because like they, to have them fix something or something like that, regardless of whether or not they're doctors, they all sound like they have like this fear in them already, like because oh gosh, she's reaching out to me. I must have done something wrong. So they had to get to know me, and I always give this type of advice because I don't like to be triggered. Sometimes you have to be the teacher, and sometimes you have to be the student. And I love being the student. And so is you can take anything that you think what the job deems that you did incorrectly or did wrong, and use it as a uh, learning experience. Learn from it so that you won't make the same mistake again.
So is
But
that your thing? You like to learn new things in
I
your
like
free?
to learn. Hmm.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like to
Hmm.
learn new things too. I'm always furthering my education. I'm really into learning about AI now, so that's kind of been my thing lately. But yeah,
I
I've been
started
doing a
looking
little
into
studying and
I started looking into that too. Hmm. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's a lot changing. Everything is changing. And I think I did a video a while back about it, or at least spoke about it a while back. Even the application process and things, the way we get hired is
Hmm.
changing due to AI. So if you're
Hmm.
applying for new jobs and things like that, you have to make sure that you're saving your files in the right spaces and uploading them properly, or the AI system doesn't even pick it up. So you're applying for a job like a ghost. So there's a lot of
Hmm.
things within that AI that's happening that's actually truly affecting you that you really just don't know yet. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of learning into that area. I'm gonna
Um,
say hello quickly to the new people that came out chat.
Denitra,
And you can tell us your experience about AI while I say hello.
just
Yes,
Valencia, hi.
Denitra. Hey, doing Steph. Hey, hey, Jess Valencia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And let's see what we got down there. Okay. All right. So, creator chaos. We want to get into the next section really quickly. It's got another set of 5 questions, and we want to know all about your madness, how you get your inspiration, all of these things. So, I have 5 more questions for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, can you hear me? Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So, creator chaos. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm good. We're good. So, what is your channel's main focus? How did you decide on your niche? About your topics? How did you decide what you were going to be talking about on your channel?
I hate niches. That's the first thing that I'm going to say. And the reason why I say that is because if you're a creative, like you're a creative, I can tell. You have so many things that you want to touch upon. I actually had my channel for a long time, but I found myself watching a lot of true crime um, trials, true crime, just some stories about true crime. Like it was all day, all night thing in the car on the way to work. I'm listening. Like so, I'm really just into um, that type of stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm on here all the time. So why not put up, um, start putting out content. But when I started my channel, like everybody else, I like to listen to the mess too. And somehow I got into, I guess I got kind of shifted over to this sector. But I
Got sucked in, huh?
No, it's I guess it's like what you watch. That's what they show. But now, excuse me, I see a lot of crime, true crime stuff in my feed. But before
Mhm.
it was just all, yeah, into that.
I like to listen to a lot of true crime as well. I used to follow this young lady who did her makeup while she told true crime stories. I believe her name is Bailey Sarian. Sarian Bailey. She's super awesome. She does these really crazy makeup things while she's doing her spooky stories, and it's like really dope content. She gives you very, very laid out, detailed stuff. And I think one of my other friends does true crime as well. So I'm into those kind of things as well. I like to get my first 48 in and stuff like I think that's just the nosy in me though. I don't think that's actual you really want to know about the details of the crime. Just being nosy and wanting to know all of that happened, like from beginning to end. I'm a factual person. If I have a story, I need it from beginning to end. Give me all the details, not bits and pieces.
Um, and I don't think that you're probably thinking that you're nosy. It's probably something that piques your interest, but it's not like the first thing that you do because you do a lot, right? You got other things that
Yeah.
you do. Like for me, um, I I like I sleep, eat, and drink like true crime, and like in certain cases, kind of draw me in. Um, and so yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get back to when it comes to my channel. That's what that's what I wanted to do. But I would like to be able to share, different things or report on things that's happening, not with any other content creators, but what's happening like in the celebrity world. But then they try to like, just put you in this square peg. So you kind of have to like find a niche. So
Well, I'm with you on that. I don't have I wouldn't say I have a niche because I
mhm,
like to post about things that matter to me. And because
mhm,
there's more than one thing that matters to me, it's very hard for me to say, oh, I'm only going to talk about this. I talk about the WNBA, anything to do with women, WNBA. I talk about politics, current news, what's going on in the sector as little as possible, just because I don't want to be a part of the mess. Um, things like that. So it may seem like my channel has no focus, but the focus is life. The focus is everything that's happening in my life and things that are happening around me and things that
mhm,
affect the people that are around me, my family, your family,
mhm.
things like that. So, I talk a lot about capital punishment, you know, our people that we are losing that we don't know why, things like that. And just being healthy and safe. So kudos.
Yeah. It,
What would you say is the best advice you've been given as a content creator?
um, uh, the best advice.
Hmm.
I don't think I got the advice like from anyone, but I think it's something that I came to uh, terms with myself. Um, and so I'll just share that because it's hard to find like it's just hard to find like people. I am a all about loyalty. Loyalty means everything to me. So it's hard. Like if I'm in a space and I've been burnt already, it's hard. I have trust issues already. So like I had someone like burn me on YouTube like for nothing. So I'm like you. I don't want to be a part of the mess. So that's the advice I gave myself. I don't want to really talk about like any other content creators because like I don't have a beef with anybody. But
Focus
I
on the
do
content.
watch the content creators that I like. And like, depending on what goes on, it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just a vibe of speaks. I might not watch them anymore. Um, and you have that right. And I think like a lot of people are so into, you watch me, you can't sit over there. Like nobody would ever tell me that because I'm not. I'm grown, right?
Right.
So it's the advice I gave myself.
Okay, that's great advice.
Hmm.
Prioritize you and your content.
Hmm.
I can roll with that. So what expectations do you have for your channel for 2025? Do you have anything new that we should be looking forward to coming out?
You're just probably just gonna see a lot of crime. If you go to my page, you'll see a bunch of I do a lot of different things in my life, and just people would be like, "Oh, well, how the heck did you do all that?" And that is something that looking to myself, is something that I do when as I reflect, and I just know that if it wasn't for God being on my side, then uh, you know, where will I be? But I'm going to be doing like more true crime, and of course, I'll never stop being an advocate for cancer. That's something else that I do. A lot of times, I'll do it privately unless um, I have a young man that I'm advocating for right now. Um, but I had to. I'm just coming back to YouTube. I was gone for a while, um, and so it's like starting over again. Like especially, and I think I was gone maybe almost 2 months. I disconnected, and that's the one thing that I feel really really bad about because I was doing I advocating for this young man, and I still do. It's just that whatever I decide that I'm going to do for him, I don't broadcast it, but his story definitely needs to be shared and heard. Um, and yeah, so that's it.
So, in your advocacy for him, I do encourage you to share his story. I
I
would
do
love
have
to
that.
hear it and be able to support,
I'll
as I
send it to
can
you.
and share it with the audience as well. Survivor Speaks link is down in the chat as well. So, make sure you guys subscribe to her. You heard it here first. 2025, you got some legal content coming up, you got some court stuff coming up. So if you want to get all of your court documents and all of that type of content, all of your legal and law stuff, make sure that you head over to Survivor Speaks. Got two more questions for you, and then we're going to move
Mm-hmm.
out of this section. So, how do
Mm-hmm.
you prioritize your time to ensure that you have an equal work-life balance?
Oh, okay. This is a good one. Um, I work professionally for a company from 8 to 5. Um, I go to lunch from 12 to 1, and I log off at 5.
Okay.
Um, that's it. Uh, I'm not doing, I used to be the type of person that uh, I would go above and beyond for everything that I did. And so you start to realize that you're blessed to have a job, you're blessed to have benefits, and you're blessed to have all of that. So, but when COVID hit, these companies just threw and chucked people and threw them away. And I didn't lose my job during COVID, but I was laid off after that. But it was like one of the best things that could have happened to me, um, in hindsight. And so now I just learn to remove myself when I need to. I protect my mental health space first. And if something is going on with me, of course, I'm a breast cancer survivor. Things happen. I have some other things going on. Um,
Hmm.
I'll just disconnect. And so that's how I prioritize me. Um, and I basically like only give my attention to what's important to me, and I support people who support me. I no longer like just am out here just like supporting uh everybody,
Hmm.
because like yeah, I had to learn that, and it took me a very long time to learn that because I was the type of person who I want to help everybody. I know that I can't do that. So that's how I prioritize me. My job, you get your time, what you pay me for, what you underpay me for, and then yeah, whatever I decide to do after that. If I'm tired, I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm not, yeah, doing anything else. So,
You first all the time,
hmm,
and that's the priority. I
yep,
love that. I
hmm,
support those who support a healthy mental health, a
hmm.
healthy lifestyle. I am all about that, so I definitely support you in that journey. And the last question of this segment, what is your number one tip for content creators coming up for the 2025 year? What do we all need to be doing?
Don't be discouraged. Um, every don't be discouraged. And you know what? This just this is something that I kind of not. I didn't just learn it, but don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing on their channels or how their channels are moving, or you don't have these many people sitting in your chat or liking your stuff, or you have to do whatever um, you're comfortable with. You put out the content that you want to put out. You don't have to put your content out just like, like anybody else's. Some it takes a while sometimes to, get people to tune into you, but um with time it will come. um and even if you have two, three, four, five people sitting in your lives, you just have to keep at it. You have to keep at it until, because if you start and then you get discouraged, it's like you always have to start over again. Like, people are, paying attention to something else because you're no longer going live. So I just was don't you don't have to be in competition with anybody. Be in competition with yourself. And the thing for me is my channel is not even where I want it to be. So always, work on how to improve like your channel without competing against the next content creator.
I agree. I totally agree. Worry about you, keep the focus on you, keep steady at what you're doing. Even when there's 5 people watching, you never know what that video is
Hmm.
going to turn out to be later. There could be 6 people, 7 people, 8 people watching. At the end of the day, that video has 300 views. That's what the replay gang is for. Also, replay gang, when y'all show up, hit the like button, smash the like button for me, please. Everybody, please make sure you hit the like button and share, 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 share. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So I need you to tell me tell me about this picture. Who is this cutie patootie?
This is Little Survivor Speaks. This is Little Survivor Speaks.
It's
The life
baby
story. Baby Survivor Speaks. I think I was. Oh no. And it's a picture of a picture. Because I think my mother has the picture, but I want to say I was in like the second or third grade or whatever. And in the shirt, you really can't see it. It was I was fashionable. Hold on now. You see that? That's a Chinese one of
Yes.
a Chinese sub with the high neck, and you tied a little string right there. My mother had the bayang. She was wrong for the bayang, but my mother had
Bang
did my
bang
hair.
yes.
Yeah, I think I was in about the
How
I
cute.
was in
How
about the
cute.
second or
First of all,
third
I
grade, something
love
like
this
that.
picture. I love this picture. It takes me back to a time in my life where I was around this age. So I love it, love it, love it, love
Hot
it.
mess.
So this shirt, mom had you styled out. She had the bang yang in. You had the little chocolate, the cheekbones, jawline popping. You are a beautiful young lady.
Thank you for that.
You are a
Guess what?
beautiful You're a beautiful young lady. You've grown into a beautiful woman. Oh my goodness, so cute.
Thank you.
So cute. I love that picture. I love it. I'm sure your mom was just in awe of having a little doll baby. I love that.
Yeah, she was. I'm the youngest of four, so
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. You're the youngest of four.
yeah, I'm the youngest of four. That's all. I have a older sister, two older sisters, and my brother passed away on his
My
37th birthday.
condolences.
Yeah, so
Well, my condolences to you and your family.
thank you. It's easier to deal with now because it
I'm
happened
the
like,
baby.
yeah, it happened so long ago, but sometimes it's like the baby has to be the grown up in the situation, and that's kind of what happened when he passed. So
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Again, my condolences to you and your family. It's always hard to lose a loved one, especially a sibling. I can imagine that there was a lot of closeness and, relationship that had to be lost there. But I'm also sure that there are some great, awesome memories left behind as well. So thank you for sharing that with us. We appreciate you. And you guys go ahead and drop some prayer hand signs in the chat for her as well. So, I want to give everybody a brief little moment just to decompress before we get into the last two topics. So, I'm going to play this little like a little show just of Survivor Speak so that you can see a little bit of who she is. And then we're going to get into some of these things afterwards. So just take a look at this. Hopefully it plays well. It's really plays straight through. It's short. So if it skips a little bit, we'll get through it and then we'll get to the next part. So let's just see. Hopefully it plays well.
You are beautiful, yes you are. It's just a scar. It doesn't change how we love you or who you are. Keep stepping in your purpose. You are a star, wherever you are. Oh.
I think Sneaky, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm on mute. Okay, so hopefully you guys heard that little piece of a song there, got the little drift of the video that was playing in the background. I have been releasing shorts all week, and in the shorts, I've been giving you snippets of the new song. The song that is playing is a song that I did write for Survivor Speaks. It's called Her Life, Her Story. I will make sure that I post the actual video, the full video, so that you guys can see it later and it won't be skipping or anything. Make sure you guys show the video some love, put some thumbs up on it, and everything like that as well.
And I wanted to
So we want to get to
appreciate
this.
Sneaky for Sneaky. Can I
Go ahead.
thank you for that? Uh,
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
yeah, Sneaky wrote a song, and I want to just thank her for that. I mean, it's beautiful. I heard it, um, and I'm touched and honored by it. I just wanted to say that before we start the next segment.
Okay, I appreciate you. And I wanted that to be something that was special to you. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And now we get to share it with everyone else. Again, so I will make sure you guys get the full video so that you can see it in full and so that it's not skipping or anything like that. And then we'll work that out for next time. So I do want to get into this third part of this interview, right? And oh, can you guys make sure that you did the poll for me? Can I see how you guys did in the poll question? Let's see. Is it still there? Were you guys able to take the poll? I'll just go ahead and let that one run to the end. I do hope that you all have gotten your yearly breast exams. If you have not gotten it yet, I do hope that you have one planned. And if you have not made one or already scheduled, please go and schedule one first thing in the morning. Wake up, schedule your mammogram, get it done, get it out of the way. We're going to wish you well in your results and well in your journey as you go to take those things as well. So we want to get into the mess a little bit. You know, we got to touch on just a little bit of mess, right? So you're not messy. I'm not messy. This is not about to get too messy, right? We just gonna do our little thing over here, and everybody else can take one up the pie hole, right? Okay. So, what's your favorite channel in the sector? Sneaky Link, huh? Is it Sneaky Link? Is it the Sneaky Link channel? No.
What
What's your
sector?
favorite channel in the
What
sector?
sector? Which sector is that?
In our sector, in
I'm I'm in
this
the, I'm in a true
Black
crime
T
sector.
slash B slash Jag sector. What do you think? What is your favorite channel in this mess of a mess that we have to deal with?
I have a couple people that are
Did you want to share, or are you gonna
that
keep it secret?
I have a couple of people that I like, and I want to say like I kind of like space my time, in between um people over here. Um, so everybody should know that I'm a Melanie Jones said so. Um,
Yeah. Timberland
um,
boots and his sons and the
and
pack. Welcome.
Sneaky Link, I'm loving your content. Now that you're coming out with it more. Sometimes I just go through. So another one of my favorites is let me make sure I get her name right now. Universal Tea with Marie. I like her.
Shout out
Um,
to University with
and
Marie. We love
I,
her over
al-
there too.
and I also like come and get this commentary or come and get this commentary too.
I
Um,
love Women Cut This Commentary. She gives
yes,
commentary. Great
yes,
commentary.
she's awesome. So I split my time up between there. I used to spend my Mondays over there on the it was just something to do. It was exciting. And I like the fact that when it was going on, um, get it off your chest Mondays. So I did enjoy that. I used to be like just watching the bird. I would be in the bushes. I would be in the bog, but I would be like, whoa, it's really going down over here. So
Girl, I
now
was in the bushes too.
no, I wasn't in the bushes over there. I used to be in the comments, but I was just laughing because it was just like the one time you could come just get it off your chest, she don't even care. She already knows she's not getting monetized. And it was, something
Mhm.
for the sector to do where it wasn't so focused on like just one person. Because if you see my content, I think I've done two things on Jaguar, so I'm not really into that
Yeah.
sector. I don't really give the only way I watch her is has to be through another channel. I
Mhm.
don't I don't click any of those links but over there like I don't because I don't have time for the mess. You have somebody that you'll click a link and watch something and you disagree with them when we all sometimes agree to disagree and then you become content. I don't have time for all that.
Next thing you know, you in a drag
I
down, knockout war, and it
I
is
don't
not
have time.
that serious.
I don't have time. A lot of people too, because I think I am that way. A lot of people, I think like people when they think that you are that you don't have that in you, have it in you to give to them. Like they people try you, but a lot of
Kindness and
times I
people.
don't even answer. I don't respond to a lot of people, especially when I know if you're trying to bait me. And I'm somebody that I see a lot of things. I had to. I was correction officer for 7.5 years, so I needed to be very vigilant of all my surroundings. And so it's something that has stuck with me. So I see a lot of things, and I just look at things, and I get to know people. And I like people based off of who they are and their energy. You still can get energy from while being on the internet, the energy that you give. I um, that's how I base my, whether or not I'm like you, I'm gonna rock with you and all that type of stuff. That's how I do that.
So you
Based on
kind of answered like two questions in one. My next question was going to be, how do you avoid that mess? And you pretty much just do you.
yeah. I'm just not. I'm not one of those bandwagon type of people, and I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon with people just because like you got 20 or 25 people, saying this about somebody. I want to get to know the person myself. We can have our relationship based off of what we share with each other. But like
Mm.
as soon as I see like something that I don't like, I mean, I don't have to say anything to anybody. I just won't. I'll start watching you. I won't watch you anymore. I just won't. That's just it. Yeah, that's how
Let
I
go.
stay sane. Yeah, you have to
Let go, let God. Just
let go and
walk
yeah.
away.
Yep.
So, how do you feel about the recent doxing that's been happening within the sector?
I think it's pretty childish. I think it's pretty dangerous. Um, and I'm not. Is it just because I haven't really seen it in the other sector, but is it just the sector? The doxing thing is just totally not my thing. You
It's
never
become a
know.
problem in this sector, but it's
Yeah,
even a bigger problem like in the beef sector.
right. So I think that's
Oof.
it's all isn't all the same sector. See, I'll be messed up
No,
with
it's different
sector.
sectors. You have a
It could
black
be
tea sector, and from this black tea sector, you have this jag sector that kind of created within the black tea space.
right.
And then you have a spinoff of different creators from that jag sector. So originally, this was the black tea sector where you actually talked about trending topics within the news. Well, from my understanding, from what I used to watch as a subscriber, it was more about trending topics, things that was happening in the news with either celebrities, politics, things like that. And then once you got Jag into the sector with that whole Legina Gold story, that's when this sector started becoming a bit of a mess. So, yeah.
So I want to say I looked at it all as the same. The black tea sector and Jag, I thought it was one sector. Um, so I thought it was all one sector, but what was that question? How do I
How do you
oh,
feel about the
doxing.
doc thing? Yeah.
Doxing is just I'm totally against it. You never know if somebody is in a DV situation, and they don't want people to know where they live, or if somebody is you never know if you're putting somebody in harm's way. Not even thinking about like the strangers out there. I'm just talking about people that are in situations where you know doxing could be the end of their life, or
It
it
could
could
just
be
be a
a
life
stranger.
threatening. It could be a life
Right,
threatening activity. So
right.
you
It
putting my address out is inviting the world of strangers that even you
mhm,
don't know into my home.
into my home. You
Yeah.
know,
So
but you know what else is so crazy? It's not even just a home, the doxing of people's jobs. Like, why are you playing around with people's livelihoods? I
mhm.
just can't get into that.
Yeah.
Um, and I just want to let anybody know, like, I'm pretty much like an open book. I have done so much in my lifetime, um, but put my address up and just come on,
I'm
cause
an '80s baby, so I grew up in a time where, listen, this girl wants to fight you. She's coming to your house. She's calling you out the window, and you're getting sitting downstairs, and you better go fight her. Look, so I come from that day and age. So I feel like if you have my address and I
hmm
have made you so angry that you feel the need to address me,
hmm
come on over. Go live. Be live. Show on up, and let's see what happens. May the best person win.
I'm just
But I'm
not
not
even.
going to put your address out to the entire world so that someone else can do
hmm
my biddings,
hmm
and someone else can try to hurt you or something like that. No, we have a problem. Let's go to a park. Let's have a discussion about it.
hmm
That's how I
Well,
grew up. So I don't feel the need to put out your address. If you have made me so angry, or your job, I don't feel the need to call your job. If you have made me
mhm.
so angry, I'm from the day and age where we got to start show. Like, I'll just come on over. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's just make it go away the easy way. We can have a discussion about it. If you're so angry you want to get a slap in, you want to slap me, see where that gets you.
Yeah.
But don't put it out there for the world, come do your bidding.
I I grew up in the same type of area. Um, like I grew up in a rough area. So as a child, I already had it in my mind that I was never going to uh, bring my kids up in that environment, that type of environment. If I had kids, that's not the environment that I wanted to bring them up in. But that's what I grew up. That's how I grew up in the same environment.
Never
Um,
started a fight. I've never started a fight, and I don't think that you should start
yeah,
fights.
I've never, like, been a bully like that. The only thing I have
Mm-mm.
to say about now, so we're talking about when we grew up, like, that's what happened. If you gonna you fight, y'all get out there and fight it out. They has a little circle going on. Y'all in the middle. Your friend may jump in. Your
You get your
sister,
5 minutes in, and everybody
that,
goes in the house
right.
and deals with what they got dealt with, and they're
But in
outside the next day enjoying each other again. Like, what's the problem? Let's just
but
get
in
it
this day and age where people are grown, and people are exposing people's addresses to their homes, and to their jobs and stuff like that, calling people I'm not into none of that. I think that is clown behavior. And I'm just going to put it out there and say the one thing that I always say, that if somebody shows up to my house, you're just going to meet Smith and Wesson. You're going to leave one or two ways, in a body bag or in an ambulance, and that's just that. So I'm just not playing with nobody in no sector. Don't put my address out. First of all, you come here, you probably going to be out of place, because everybody around here, where I live at, they like, oh, so yeah, that's somebody new. So they're
I'll
gonna
just
be at
say
the
this:
place.
I'm Team Nikki, so I got the Draco for whoever pulls up on me. That's it.
Yeah, that's Smith. That's Smith and Wesson. Hmm
So I got the Team Nikki, got the Draco for whoever pulls up on me. Don't pull up. Don't do.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
what was your favorite messy moment? This has been a crazy year. There's a lot has been going on. What was your favorite messy moment of 2024?
oh gosh. Um, Let me think about that. I want to say, uh, mm, I can't even. It's been so many moments in this on this app here. I don't even know what it was my favorite messy moment. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So I would say I'll give you my
I'm gonna come back.
inspiration. So my favorite messy moment.
Go ahead.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
You want me to give you mine? Okay,
Yeah.
so mine was, I think it was Mel cussing Jag out on
You know
Cat's.
what?
It
I
was
was
on
getting
Cat's
ready to
video.
show. No, it was on. Mom was for AT2. She was on AT2 when I first
Okay.
her, and I was like, wait, who is this girl handling that? She can't even get a word in edgewise. Like nobody ever shut this child up. Who is this woman that just tore her down like this? And I was
And I'm like,
watching
I
it
gotta
on
get me a mic like that. What mic is she using?
listen, listen. So I just was like, wait a minute, who? And I wasn't even on AT2's page. I saw it on somebody else's page. Somebody else was viewing the content. I was like, wait a minute, who is this? She just took Jag out. So I think that was one of my favorite moments. And I just was like, well, let me follow this. I kind of like her because she tore her down. And then it was the other part I had saw them on another channel that will remain nameless, going at it. And yeah, I think that was kind of
Oh,
it.
that was a
But
good one too. I think I know what you talking about.
yeah, so
We
that
gonna keep it nameless because we not the messy ones over here, but that was a good one, girl. That was
that was a good one. And
that's what the fuck I'm talking. That's what
you know
the
what? I think I have another um um favorite moment also dealing with the
okay.
same person but different content creator. And a lot of people are probably gonna be like, what? So when OKP finally cussed her out, that was another one of my best moments
Yes.
because OKB had did so much work and so much, for this woman and helped her in so many different ways. And just like the way she turned, like that was kind of crazy. I saw that like when it happened and how hard he went for her. And
Yes, yes,
that's what I
yes.
mean about like, you meet somebody, people telling you different things, and you giving this woman the benefit of the doubt, helping her out with whatever it is you're helping her out with, still having her back when people that you really are cool with are telling you that like this woman is not cool. And to
Mhm.
see the way he had that hurt look on his face, because he was hurt at
Yeah.
first.
He broke
But
my heart with that
yeah,
one.
it did. But when he finally let loose on her, yeah, that was another one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question, and then we're gonna rise up out of this mess before we become a part of it. Okay, so
Yes. I ain't gonna pay him no mind though, but go ahead.
last question: Tasha K or Cardi B?
Cardi B. I'm sorry, Cardi B
You
fan.
team Cardi B?
I'm team Cardi B, and you know what though? I'm team Cardi B because I'm just team Cardi B. And I have nothing, against Tasha K. I think Tasha K is I love um how she took being on YouTube and expanding into the company that she is now. And if you
Mhm,
can't say anything else about Tasha K, you
mhm.
can't say that she don't handle her business. Even though sometimes it was a little messy, but I like to take my hat off for women, regardless to what a situation is or what a situation like looks like, and like now, like to see her touring, like doing the comedian thing and everything that she's doing, working with different content creators, bringing them on her platform, and they're working together. So um, it's a good thing to see. Regardless to how people feel about Tasha. Even me at one point, I was like, "Oh, she a mess. I can't watch her anymore." But you got to take your hat off and give her flowers while you giving her your flowers. Now she may, oh my girl Cardi be a little change. She may owe a little change, but yeah, I salute both of them. But the choice would be Cardi B.
Okay, okay. I salute both of the women as well, but I am Team Tasha. I am Team
Team
T K all the way. I'm sorry. I am Team Tasha
That's
K. I
fine.
have to. My brother cannot stand Tasha K. Do you hear me? If I say that woman's name, you got to see this face that he makes. He's so over her. I'm like Tasha, 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 you better not have me out here looking crazy. Just, I don't care if the lady get her $4 million or not. It ain't owed to me. If it was owed to me, we'd be having a whole nother goddamn discussion because I
I
would want.
know.
She would have to run
Listen,
my money. However, it
listen.
ain't owed to me. So Tasha, I'm gonna root for the underdog.
No,
Tasha is
listen.
my drunk auntie down in Miami right now. Tasha is people to me. Tasha is people that I know and understand. I don't understand Cardi B. I don't even understand how she say. I really don't.
No, see. The thing for me is, I'm going to give them both their flowers. I don't the money that she owed Cardi B. That's between her and the courts of Cardi B. They don't have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I'm just like
If
somebody.
she
I'm
get
just
it,
a
she get
big
it. She don't, she don't.
right. I'm just a big Cardi B fan, but I'm also going to give flowers and respect to Tasha K. She has grown in so many different ways. She is an inspiration to a lot of people,
Hmm.
and I think she's learned from the mistake that she made. I think she's learned, she's learned for that and from that, and she's the only one that has to deal with whatever is coming with whatever happened with her. I don't really get into all that about people, but as a woman, with the type of company that K is running now, um, she got like a whole production going on, and it's just like I'm gonna give her flowers because she's definitely doing her thing. I'm not the type of person like, oh, I like Cardi, so F Tasha K. No, I used to watch Tasha K way before all this stuff started, and I was just like, she always in something. I can't watch her. But then, you gotta give her respect where respect is due. Tasha K is definitely doing her thing, and that I'm not going to take anything, away from her. As a woman, you can, look at who she is and, um, and learn from her, learn from, what she's done with her company. So I'm Team Cardi B. We're not gonna, but I'm gonna give Tasha her flowers too because she's really doing the thing.
Yeah, I love that both women are winning, and that's really what it's
Hmm.
all about. I love to see women win. Doesn't matter
Hmm.
what you winning on, just keep winning,
Hmm.
girl. That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
Women
Hmm.
empowerment. Not just say it out your mouth and
So
then
let's see what
you got to
exactly,
really, yeah. I don't like that
but
part.
actually live it, do it, be a part of it.
Exactly.
Hmm. Right. So I want to get into a little bit of the meat and potatoes of why we're here today. We are here today in celebration of breast cancer awareness, and we do have Survivor Speaks with us here today to share her story. So, this part of the interview is the last 5 questions, and we do want to take our time to get to know her story, get to know her journey, and also see if we can provide some tools, tips, and understanding along the way to make sure that you guys are taking your next best steps forward. So, you ready to get into the thing of the thing,
Let's
ma'am?
do it, Sneaky. Let's do it.
Okay, my love. Can you tell me about your diagnosis and how you found out about it?
So, I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. My daughter was 5 months old. So, at the time, um, you know how, well, I don't even know if you have kids, Sneaky, but some people in the audience, when you have, after you have a child, the milk forms and everything, and it's a whole big situation. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, could it be? So I wasn't breastfeeding. So, but I actually was doing a self breast examination and felt the lump myself. So I made appointment
Mm-hmm.
um, to have it looked into. Um, and so then from there, basically, like they told me, like you have to see a cancer specialist just to make sure it's not anything. So actually, they sent me to an imaging. Um, my GYN sent me to an imaging place to get like the mammogram done, and so they can't tell you at the imaging place. Like they can tell you what they think and then what their recommendation is that you go see a, a breast surgeon because um, something is just not looking right on the test that you know, that just came back. So it was actually like the doctor that was there. He didn't even really want to say nothing because they have a doctor that look over the film as well. Yeah, but what he did was he called the breast surgeon and just was like, "Yeah, can you get her in and see her?" Like it's not. So from then I knew it was something serious because doctors don't do doctor to doctor unless it's something. So it's something that they saw and they were familiar because they've been doing it for so long, but they wouldn't tell me that. So basically, um, yeah, I went to the breast surgeon. She did a biopsy, and yeah, and it was like the next day after that they told me, yeah.
Wow. When I was 22 years old, I
Hmm.
had the same experience. My results were a bit different, but I had the same experience. I went into the doctor because I was doing the same thing, self examination. And please make sure you guys are doing that daily. If not, two, three times a week, make sure you're getting it in there. They have shower inserts where you can hang it in your shower and it'll give you the step by step to while you're
Hmm.
in the shower. You can do it. That's where I do mine. Um, so please make sure you're doing that. But same thing, doing a self check, felt a lump, went to the doctor, and I went to the doctor and was like, "How do I cut my boobs off?" And she's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I think that this is what's going on." She's like, "That's not how this works." And I'm like,
Hmm.
because I could just get a tattoo and be done with it. Like, I just want to live. Like, I just want to make sure that I have some life extended here. So what is it that I need to do? So she says, no, we're going to schedule you for a mammogram and then we'll take it from there. So I went, I got the mammogram done. And again, the same thing. They found some density in there, but they had me do another type of testing.
Hmm.
I went in for the next testing and the same thing. It wasn't showing anything in there, but I was having all discomfort and pain. And I'm small, very small.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you kind of could feel the density, you know what I mean? So I was
Hmm.
having because of it. I didn't want to sleep on my stomach and I was laying on my arms and things like that. So it was making other parts of my body uncomfortable just because I didn't want to touch them at all. Like, just leave them alone. Let's act like they're not there. They're saying everything's okay. Let's just not ever touch them again, and let's just do that. And what they end up doing was telling me that I had to do like some kind of pain management or something like that. And they took a
Hmm.
needle and they stuck it from in my underarm to the center of my breast and released the medication to reduce the pain. After like two times of doing that, I'm like, okay, if you guys are saying nothing is wrong, I don't want to go through this painful process to get to no pain. And then
Right.
they gave me a different type of diet and things to eat. So at that point, I stopped drinking any caffeine. Not allowed to have any caffeine, no citric acid, anything like that. So which reduces any kind of swelling or anything that could occur in that area. So I did have that issue as well, which is pretty scary. And when you having those things going on, is just nothing you can say or do in the time you can just think about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So my question would be to you is, where did you draw your strength from to overcome your diagnosis and move forward to begin your recovery and healing journey?
Um, so like I said, my daughter was 5 months old. My son was 13 at the time. Um, and so that was the first place that I kind of like drew my strength from. Because I'm a mother and I have to take care of my children. My daughter's 5 months old, like so that's the only thing. So you have to shift um, your mindset. So that's you know I have a book out. I just released. I just and so that's part of the title. Um, you have to
Mel, do
kind of
you
shift.
have Survivor link, book link? If Mel, if you have that link, can you please put it in the chat? If you guys please go ahead and support Survivor Speaks and click on the link, check out her book, grab it, give it a read, let us know what you think about it. Go ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
no, you're fine. I had to. It's like I've always been a believer. You know, even I wasn't growing up. My mother never forced me to go to church, or she would say like stuff about God or whatever. But she wasn't the type of mother that forced me. But I loved going to church on my own. So it was something that was always, within me. So with that mind shift, like, so my thing was, all right, I'm already healed. I just need to go through the motions to get to the healing.
Mm-hmm.
That was, and I did that from the time I was driving home from, because I was at work when she called, and it's like
Wow.
my supervisor at the time went to my first appointment with me because she was an RN and also a breast cancer survivor. And so she
Mm.
just went, and so I introduced them. She didn't say too much to her. She just was sitting there with her arms folded in the room. I said, you can say anything or do anything you want, and in front of her, she's who she is. So when they called me at work, and she told me, I said, I'm going to get a phone to, Vanessa. She knew who Vanessa was already. And I had walked off the floor. And so my whole thing was like, how am I going to tell my mother this?
Mm.
So Vanessa called my mother for me. So she's like,
Wow.
give me the phone. Dial your mother number and go on ahead and go on home. So being that that was on my way home, like I just had a whole shift in my mindset. Like, all right, she's taking care of that. At least when I get home, like my mother was at my house, and it was just like she already knows. My sister was calling me crying. You're gonna have to go to the Cancer Centers of America, and I'm like, when you get it together, call me back. I got something to do. Click, and she's like,
Right. Yeah.
call me
Mm-hmm.
back. Like, what? You hung up on me? Yeah, I'm not doing all that crying and stuff right now. Like, no, it's not. I'm
You
not
were
going to.
already in battle mode.
Yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, I was already. Then I had this girl from my job. She called me screaming and hollering. Girl, what is you screaming and hollering for? We ain't even that cool. And who? Why is you on? I'm. You gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
call me back when you finish with. And that was just always um what it was. I was. It was just something from day. From the first time that I learned. Like just like I said, Vanessa took care of telling my mother this. And it's just like a shift in my mind. I shifted my mind, like, you know what, I'm already healed, and by his stripes I'm healed. That's what he said, right? And so
Blood of
I'm,
Jesus.
yes, and I'm gonna I just need to do everything that I need to be doing to get to my healing. But I always claimed it, like from day one. uh, I drew strength, right? Yeah, and I just want to like say this to people in the chat too, if you're listening. If you um God dog, I got my chemo brain just kicked in. I was getting ready to say something else, but I forgot what I was gonna say. So go on here. So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Well,
what I do. My
if it comes back to you, if it comes
it'll
back
come
to
back
you,
to
spit
me.
it out.
This a
Stop
part.
me and get
This is a part
it out.
of having chemotherapy and stuff. Like you just we call it chemo fog. So it's like something that I'll have for the rest of my life. Sometimes y'all hear me talking, and I might stutter a little bit, or I might say stuff backwards. It all has to do with, um, you know, uh, breast cancer and chemo and stuff like that. So
Mm.
I
Okay, so you kind of wrapped a few of the questions up in one. So I want to just separate them out just a little bit.
hmm
So just for the viewers and somebody who would be in the beginning stages of this journey, after you're diagnosed, what were some of the immediate steps you had to take after being diagnosed? So I know that you had someone with you, grateful to that. You need to make sure that you have someone with you. What were some of the immediate things that you needed to do, to get you to a place where you could get help?
so the most important thing that you can do is, listen to the professionals. I always tell, oh, and this is probably what it was too. I always tell, people, if this is something that you're going through and you're diagnosed with this, do not consume yourself on the internet with every little detail, because that will drive you crazy. Because any type of chemotherapy that you take, you're going to have some type of side effect. And
Mm-hmm.
the pharmaceutical companies, they have to list all the side effects that you could experience. But
Mm-hmm.
some people go to the computer, and when you go to different sites, it says different things. They take all of that stuff and put it in their mind, and sometimes I think it's just a mental thing, and so you really can't consume like so the first thing I would say is to make sure that you are doing what you have to do, going to the doctor, and you don't have time to think about. You do not have time to think about. I'm going to say this again. You do not have months and months and months to think about what steps that you're going to take
Mm-hmm.
to becoming a survivor. Like, you have to do what it is you have to do. Nobody's saying that you have to make a decision to cut your breast off. Nobody's saying that, but at least take some of the advice that they have. So, um, when you said
At
told your story,
22 years old and the exaggerative person that I am, that was just my immediate thought.
no,
Okay,
no,
let's just get rid of them.
I'm about to speak. No, 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 I'm about to speak to that. I'm about to speak to that. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I was about to say something, but it's not negative.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not negative at all. So,
Let it be the truth, negative or positive. Let it be
it
the
is,
truth.
no, it is what it is, because that is a thing. So, this, I had a lump in my left breast, but it was in another area in my left breast as well. And so they had to remove it. It was no talks about like nothing that they can do for that one. But then I did research and I told her to remove both of them. And it's called preventative care. You have some people that never had cancer, but they have a test called BRCA1 and BRCA2.
Mhm.
It's a gene test that somebody in your family can take. So I took it. Um,
Mhm.
it came back negative.
Mhm.
So, okay, so that's great. But if it would have came back positive at the age that I had breast cancer, my daughter would be able to get mammograms at half the age I was. So say like if I'm gonna just say 30, at 15, she would be able to get mammograms, because insurances, a lot of insurances don't cover
Yeah.
mammograms until you like what, 35, 40.
Yeah. And they say
So
the earliest I was able to get one was at 22, and it was because
of the
I went
dents.
like with the problem. Like I had to
Mhm.
tell them like no. And then that was the thing too. I sat in every hospital in New York City
Oh
for
wow.
hours.
Well, my cousin, while I was going through treatment, had the same issue that you had,
Mhm.
and hers wasn't cancer either. She has like they call it dense breast,
Mhm.
what she has, and so yeah, the same things. She started cutting out a lot of different things because like it really really scared her, but
Yeah.
I do believe in preventative care. and it's not far fetched that you felt how you was feeling, but it just, it depends on who you are as the person, how strong you are. So like I told him, take both of them off. So my surgeon's
Mhm.
like, we don't have to. Like it's nothing going on in the right one. No, take them both off. You said I get new ones,
Mhm.
didn't you? Didn't you say I get new ones? Okay,
Mhm.
I want them to match. And so
Right. Give me two new ones. I'm fine.
I was just crazy during my my journey. Like the doctors used to be like, "Oh my gosh, did she just say that?" But yeah, you have to like find. I try to find a joy in the laughing, and everything. And it's myself that I'm laughing at. So I'm not laughing at anybody else. Was joking and laughing about myself. So
I did want
I
to
don't.
put that into the song as well, and that was kind of like the whole thing. Like you are beautiful as you are is just a scar, and we need to make sure that when you see that scar, you understand that you're looking at a warrior. You are looking at somebody who has battled through the battle. That you're not gonna just beat down. Respect the scar. Respect it.
It's I said this on my um I did a live and I said this: you never judge a book by its cover. Um, I'm going through. I want to say I was on about my sixth round of chemo, and so I had a handicap parking sticker at the time. Yes, I did. Um, because I needed it, and so I went. I was like,
I
okay,
want one.
I don't have it anymore. They didn't. The doctors, you got to get. So I went to the supermarket.
I
Yeah,
need
they
one.
can't. Oh yeah, I need mine again, but I don't have it. So I went to the supermarket, and it was like in between. It was like I had chemo already, so I'm I'm able to, um, you know, go in the store. I'm not like because like for like 3 days after you get chemo, in my experience, yeah, it was just a lot. And so I used to take this shot, and it makes your bones hurt, because it speeds up
Mm,
your white blood cells so that you can get
mm.
chemo treatment. And I get out the car, and so this man said, "You ought to be ashamed of yourself. There's nothing wrong with you, and you're parking in a handicap spot. Whose parking whose handicap placard do you have?"
Mm.
And all this other stuff. And
Ignorance.
and it just is ignorant as he wanted to be. And so my thing to him was at the time. No, it had to be before that because I stopped wearing a wig probably like maybe around 4. So maybe it was between 3 and 4 because I had on a wig this day and I snatched it off and I said, "You should watch who you talking to." So I don't have any eyebrows because like everything is gone. So I don't have
Mm,
any hair. That's what chemotherapy is designed to kill all the cells in your body. Your hair is a cell.
mhm,
Um, uh, Everything in your body, your skin is all made up of cells. So everything that had like it kills everything. And so I snatched my wig off. I was like, "You should mind I told him, you should mind your damn business. I'm lucky to
mhm.
be walking in here. You don't know what I have. That's my plaque
Right.
card. Why you mind your business?" So now people outside the store start going off on him. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you saying something to her? Like, what is your problem? And so now he's the victim. "Oh no, I was just saying, no, you should have mind your business. That's what you
Right.
did. And we wouldn't be here today. These people wouldn't be able to, be ready to jump all over you. People don't play about people that have like a cancer or something like that.
Mhm. Protected.
So yeah, they don't. Yeah, and it was just like none of your business. So mind your manners. Just always
Mhm.
mind your business. What is it? Ken.
In the words of Cat Williams, was it Cat Williams? No, it was Kevin Hart. Mind your goddamn
Mind.
motherfucking business, bitch. Mind your
Yeah,
business, people.
that's
Worry about
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Worry
like what?
about you.
Yeah, like what? Like what? I'm supposed to be in a wheelchair or something, rolling around? Like I'm trying to understand. You don't know what's wrong with people. Just mind your business. Don't judge
Right.
a book by your cover. It's covered. Like, why is it bothering you that I'm parking here? Nobody else wants to park here, and even if they did, I'm not moving.
Right.
I'm a part of
Well,
the
you're really
disability. Look, I was like, I'm a part of the Disabilities Act, sir. Mind your damn business.
oh. So I know that that had to be like a tough situation. We can sometimes when we go through hard things, you got to laugh about them later just to keep from crying about it. So
Yeah.
that had to be hard. But what would you say was like your toughest battle during your journey? Like, what's the hardest thing you felt you had to go through to get better?
Um. So there's a second part, right, to the breast cancer thing. I had triple negative breast cancer, and like the tumor was growing so aggressively, like so they had to um, they treated it aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I wanted to say it was just like uh, the hardest times for me. Um, I want. It wasn't even like for battling the breast cancer because I already had came to grips with the diagnosis, and people are probably gonna be like what why is she saying that? Like, so I'm a what you call a introverted extrovert. um and if I think you have a question, I'll explain it then, that part of it then. But I really like being by myself, and so like I would have, like, if my family members came from out of town, they would come, to see, check on me to see how I was feeling. And I always just felt like a pink elephant in the room. Like they would be talking, my mind would be somewhere else. I wouldn't even hear anything that they were saying. Um, I didn't like being around people at the time. I think that was harder for me than, going through the fight. I know a lot of people like, she got cancer. Like, is cancer really that serious? No, it's a big thing, but it's just that
Kind of
was
like
the
an
big thing.
unconscious trance
Yeah, it's just that, yeah, especially
stuck in your mind.
uh, yeah. So especially like when people used to like, because people will come over and they don't mean any harm by it. Like, so say your family members, they want to see you, they don't mean any harm by it, especially when they're from out of town and they come and they just come over. It may be, and it's probably like 90% of the time I didn't want any company, and so it just was like,
Hmm.
yeah, like they don't, they quite don't understand what it is that I'm going through. So uh that's just what I felt like, and like nobody understood like what I was going through at the time. Like, I'm just saying, people that came by my house, to see how I was doing, and it's just that I just felt like a big old pink elephant in a room. Like I had nothing in common with nobody. It didn't make a difference whether my mother was there. I think my grandmother came up one time, and with her sister came over, and it was just like I'm sitting there like, all right, y'all seen me, I'm alive, I'm still fighting and battling. In my mind, I was like, I wish I would go home, like, cause I mean,
Right.
I don't know, it's weird, but that's what I felt. That's how I felt. That was harder for me.
You can't control your emotions in moments. What you get in a moment is what you get in a moment, and you can't hold
Yeah,
yourself accountable for that either.
yeah,
So how you got me 5 moments ago is how you got me 5 moments ago, and how you get me in this next 5 minutes is what you're going to get from me in the next 5 minutes. You got to take me as I come in each moment. So
yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about your status today? This is a final question. Final question in the section. So, can you tell us a little bit about your status today and some of the steps you take daily to be healthy?
So today I am a 17 plus year breast cancer survivor. Uh, I had one additional scare after this, but it was something
Congratulations.
called fat necrosis. And it's non-cancerous. So Um, I've had other scares since then, and then there's a lot of other things that like just come along with it, but I've never had issues with breast
Is that
cancer.
kind of like a lipoma?
Is it kind of like a what?
I'm sorry, I just was lipoma, like you said. I'm sorry, what
Oh,
did you describe it as?
it's called fat necrosis. She didn't say that it was
So
like
is
I
that
know what you're
something
talking
like a
about,
lipoma?
lipoma. It probably looks
Yeah.
like that. My mother had that lipoma, so like it looks like it may be a lump or something,
Mhm.
but it's it's fat necrosis. That's what they call it. Um,
It's just fat cells, a gathering of fat cells.
I want to say, yeah, I want to say like because of everything from like all of the chemo treatment and then the surgeries to have like I had a double my mastectomy, so that means that I had both of my uh breast removed um and with a lymph
Mm,
node dissection because like the cancer had spread to my lymph nodes in my under my left arm, and so your lymph nodes
got it.
normally catch and like if you have like an infection or a cold or something, your lymph nodes might swell up, letting you know something
Mhm.
is going on in your body. But your lymph nodes don't they can't detect cancer cells though. It's really crazy.
Right.
It's like cancer is what I call it is an intruder. That's what I call it. It's just like I'm here and you're gonna have to deal
Silent
with
one.
it. Yeah. So
Mhm.
um
But it's silent. You gotta speak to it. It doesn't speak to you until you speak to it. So
yeah.
it's kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I phrased
I,
that right, but
no,
it's
I
kind of like
think
you
you
gotta find it, and then it finds you, kind of a thing, you know? Not it finds you, and then you're like, oh, this thing has me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like your body, you find it,
right,
and
you
then it
find
becomes a thing.
right. And some people find it too late. And so I suffer from something called and I always tell people this survivor's remorse. And don't ask me why, it's just something that I
Mm.
feel. I've lost some people that were pretty close to me to breast cancer. And it's just like every year I celebrate it different. Um, Last year and the year before that, like I didn't do anything online. I shut down online. Like I was, you probably, it wasn't. We in 2024, right? So it was. No, it was 22 and maybe the year before that. But I really didn't do anything 2023. Oh yeah, I did my personal breast cancer campaign in 2023, which is one of the pictures that Sneaky has on the stage. Um, but the years before that, I shut down. I didn't want to do anything like because I feel like sometime in my mind like all of these people die from breast cancer, and then when you lose like two of the biggest inspirations to you to breast cancer, it hits in a whole different light. So I lost the supervisor that went with me to the first visit. She got cancer
Wow.
again while I was going through cancer, and I couldn't find her. She wouldn't answer the phone, and I'm calling her, like, what's going on. So I called her one day, and you can just hear like the cars speeding by her, and I'm like, "Where are you?" She's like, "I'm in New York." And you in New York where? I knew she worked in the city, but you in New York where? I'm on my way to a chemo treatment and I'm vomiting. And I'm like, and what is all the noise? So she's like, actually, I'm in a cab and I got my head out. She had her head like thrown up as she, vomiting as she's going. And I'm like, did you tell your husband? She's like, no. And I told her, I said, you have one day to tell your husband about this. Cause like I knew her husband personally too. And like he don't care about none of that stuff you got going on your breast. He don't care about none of that. But it's definitely something to know. And if I tell y'all that man never remarried
Mm,
after she passed away, he never
mm.
remarried. But I
Wow.
lost her, and then I lost somebody else very close to me. And so I really, you guys can pull up her album too on YouTube Music. Uh, just put Kelly Downing um, in a search bar, and you'll see her come up. The name of her album is
Mel, if you
called
could
Great.
find it, drop it in the chat. If not, I will definitely add it to the description box so that you guys are able to find it. All of the information, everything that's going on in this interview right now is in the description box. So you guys take a look below, and we'll make sure that you guys can get to that channel as well.
Yeah. So she has, it's called Greater Faith in You. It's a gospel album, but when I tell you she has something on there everybody could listen to. She got a club on there, like a little West, like Kelly was a singer, and I was on that project with her, like I was a part of her team. Um, and so it was just so hard for me when she passed away because everybody has their own story and everybody is different. And so when I went to see her,
Mm,
she just kept telling me, I'm glad you're here because you understand. You understand. And in my
mm,
mind, I'm just like, holding back the tears, like, yeah, this not about me. This is about you. I'm here for you. I said, please stop trying to talk because, she was having a hard time talking. And so she just kept saying, you understand. And she took and yanked her gown down. I'll never be able to unsee what I saw. And in my mind, I'm just saying, like, dang, like,
wow.
I can't, I don't, and everybody think like if you got cancer, everybody can relate. Sneaky, I couldn't relate. But when I tell you, I can never get the picture out of my mind ever. Um, that was like something like that really just took me to another level with it. And I just was like, breast cancer awareness month came out, and I'm like, who am I? We just lost Kelly. I'm just
Mm,
not. And people would be looking like, where is she? Because uh, I did some modeling. People would be like, I had like a following like on Facebook, and it was Instagram at the time. So I wasn't on YouTube like that, but Facebook and Instagram, and my Instagram account got hacked, but I think it was a blessing. So I have a private Instagram, and then my Instagram, the public one, but the private one is like really not too many people on there, just family. But the Instagram that I had before that they hacked was my Instagram when I was modeling. So it was so many different people on that page. So I was like, you know what, God, I see the blessing in a hack. So I'm not tripping.
right.
So yeah, that's
We're
how
gonna
it
make
passed.
sure we put that link in the chat as well. I'm not sure, Mel, if you can.
Oh,
Just we'll
Deidre.
get both of those into the chat. And if we can't get them into the chat, don't worry, guys. I'm gonna make sure that I put all of the links inside of the description
Sneaky, you
box.
got some people over here. Mr. Don GQ, I was never here. Yeah. Uh,
I see that. I'm about to go into the chat and say hi to people right now. So, hold on a second. Hold on.
Mr. Don GQ.
So Don GQ was I was never here. I didn't see you. I didn't see you at all. I promise. I did not see you. But I see you, boo. I see you. Come back and keep seeing me. I like that. Denitra Spider Speaks. I didn't tell my husband either. He left before I beat it. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I'm
Mm,
also grateful to hear that you did beat it and you're here to tell your story as well.
mm-hmm.
I I'm grateful that you are still here.
Yep.
Let's see who else we got down here.
DJ
Hey Genesis, how you doing?
Genesis.
Much love, Spider Speaks and Sneaky Link. Much love to you too. Much love to you too. Let's
Jelly,
see.
jelly.
Jella.
It's
I'm
jelly.
so sorry that Nightbot is being rude. I promise. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna pow his hands. Soon as I get off this live, whoever Nightbot screwed with tonight, I'm gonna screw with Nightbot. I promise you guys, I'm gonna get it all fixed. But we need to make sure that some other things are working in the background too, just in case. You never know. So we got to make sure Nightbot is working. I'm sorry that it took it out on you guys tonight and testing it out, but I will make sure that for the future that it's all good to go, all good to go. And yes, hey. Now I'm looking at the face that's being served on this screen. Face. Oh my, I love this picture. The cheekbones, the chin, the jawline, the forehead, ugh, the eyes, the head, the ears, the flowers. I am in awe of this picture. Tell me about it. What was going on? Tell me about it.
So in this picture, um, so actually the picture was taken. I was featured on this digital. Um, this is a digital magazine called Venus Diva. Um, but the picture was taken before that. So this photographer had bought a new camera, um, and he did a him and some other people, like it was a bunch of people that got together and did a shoot at FIT in New York. Um, and his camera at the time cost $16,000. So he actually wanted to test the camera out to see like what it would do. Um, so these pictures are actually right off the camera. They're not retouched or anything. Like this is how the picture came off the camera. So um, when she reached out to me, she wanted me to be on her beauty cover. Um, I had told her, I just did a shoot and the photographer just got the pictures back to me. I think that it would be, pretty dope or whatever. And I sent them to her. And so she used it for the cover of this magazine. I can't even remember what year that was. I can't see it on the thing, but yeah, that's where this comes from. Uh, so yeah, the picture's right off the camera. It's just like they didn't even retouch it. He got this camera that was just crazy, and so yeah, it was like a bunch of people standing around. It was a bunch of people there. That's something that I got used to. I wasn't always that way, but yeah, I got used to it. So that's what this is. It was a shoot, and then she used it as a cover. It's one of my favorite pictures too. My daughter likes this one too.
I love it. It is giving thanks for the
Thank
gods.
you.
I love this picture. The lip
Thank you.
line, the
Thank you.
nose,
Uh,
hold on.
Let me see. My makeup artist, she's from New York too. Like I kind of, I want to say it wasn't even a joint venture between her and like there was a female photographer that was there too. Um, and I want to say like it was just so crazy that they called me, they booked me for this, and when I got there, she was already there, and I can't even remember her name right now, but I'm so upset about that because I love I worked with her for a couple different times. So I did a lot. What is that up there, Sneaky? What you got up
Okay.
there?
So
That is not
you
me.
have divulged all of your secrets to me. I
No,
made you spill your guts. I made you give it all to me. I felt I needed to give you a little bit back. I felt like I just had to. So I wanted to be a model.
you
I
did.
wanted to be a model, right? I did. I wanted to so bad. Ah, I wanted to so bad. So the picture that you see here is me walking runway. That
Ooh,
is me. both pictures. I chose pictures that show the back of me because I didn't want to put all the people in my business. But that is me walking runway, and I that is at a show. So I wanted to be a model really badly, and I have a huge shortcoming.
Hmm.
I'm 5'1".
You find what?
I'm 5'1.5". So I can't model anything. Do you see how itty bitty I am in that picture?
Well, they want so like somebody that's 5'1", they'll use you like more for
It would have to be catalog. They already
a
told me.
catalog, like
Listen,
yeah, commercial,
yeah,
yeah.
I tried. Let me tell you my story time, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. So my story time for modeling is right. Everybody knows America's Next Top Model.
Oh,
Every season they have the beginning of the year season. They're picking the girls. They tell you what cities they're going to be going in to pick up the girls and da, da, da. So I talk junk for 8 years straight. From the time that show aired until the time where my time came. They said because you had to be at least 5'9" and above in order to go on America's Next Top Model. So I never could even try out. It was never a thing for me. But in 2009, they had a 5'7" and under lineup. And do you know that I chickened out? Didn't even try. It was in New York City. I was in New York City and I didn't even try. I chickened out. Could you believe I chickened out?
let me tell you something,
I
Sneaky.
was
There,
chicken.
let me tell you something. There's a plus model. Her name is Jeannie. I love her to death. She's from the city. She lives in the city. She's 5'1", and she has two or three things against her. She's short. She's a plus size model. But let me tell you something. She would get on that runway and tear that runway up. Like she's still working right now in the industry. And like she's like
Mhm.
made a whole, thing out of it. Like, I was watching
Wow.
TV, like she got her and her sister on a commercial. I just saw her like the other day. And so I'm just like, just sharing that as encouragement because they try to tell they'll even try to tell you 5'7" is too short. They wanted you to be tall, like and through the roof and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But you can't. I didn't want to model. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. So it was just that,
I
yeah.
did.
So
I wanted to so bad.
you
I
should have went
said,
for
Why couldn't God just give me 8 more inches? Just let me be the 5'9". And then all of my friends were really, really tall and they all complained about it. I'm just like, first of
it.
all, I'm right here by your belly button. Secondly, stop complaining. You got the best legs ever. Like, are you kidding me? That's amazing. So yeah, that was my guilty pleasure. And since you told me all your business, I felt like I should share with you as well. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. I didn't tell you all of
that
it.
is a little.
I didn't tell you all of it.
That,
Like,
I'm glad you didn't tell me all of it because the month is long. There's so much going on. I know that you have other interviews as well, so I didn't want to take all the juice away from you. But you're gonna come back, and we're
oh
gonna
yeah,
have a panel. Let me do a little bit of shameless before we get out of
plug it.
here, because I am going to do a panel for domestic violence awareness. There's also that coming up this month. There's a lot of different things that's coming up. So I want you guys to make sure that you stay tuned and all of that good stuff here. Let's see what's happening on my screen so I can get something. What's happening? Is it gonna play? Is it gonna play?
Yeah, somebody was trying to take
Is
your
it gonna
spot. That's why
play?
I was
I
reaching
don't.
out to you yesterday, Sneaky. Somebody like, wait a minute, are you available tomorrow to do? And I'm like, oh no, I gotta.
No, my spot is.
She was really like her. It was
My
her.
spot is.
She had her assistant like reaching out, like, hey, did she meet you? Did she come back yet? Yeah, I'm like, no, she didn't. I'm about to go to bed. So I went to bed and I left the last message. So we'll have
I
more.
sent it everything last night, so I am so sorry about that. But
No, no,
I
it's
didn't
all
want to
right.
give you. I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to make sure you had some stuff in advance, and I also wanted to make sure that you were able to just like just come in and just give us you. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know that we are having the open panel for domestic violence from the streets to the sheets. We talking about it all, domestic violence between your partner, your friends, all of these different things, how you protecting yourself, how you setting your boundaries and getting yourselves out of these situations, how we not going to be a hashtag Cassie, all of those things. No Diddy. We're gonna make sure that we talk about that. And we're also gonna be doing some celebrating this month, guys. We're gonna be doing some celebrating. I'm supposed to be celebrating my 1K, but I don't know what's happening and what's going on. But I'm posting a lot of shorts, making a lot of regular posts, doing some short videos, not only when I come here to you guys. So I hope you guys are checking out my other stuff as well when I do post shorts and things like that. So between that, I've just been getting a lot of subscribers. I don't even know where they're coming from, left and right. I think that we're going to be celebrating 2K by the time I get a chance to celebrate my 1K. So Halloween is going down, big open panel. May the best mask to hit the screen win. We're going to do a giveaway. So come with your mask. It could be scary, it could be funny, whatever you want. Just make sure that you come with something. I'm gonna make sure I come in mask as well. We're gonna go live. I probably pick a really fun location here in Las Vegas, and we just have a real party of it. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that as well. Um, is there anything else coming up? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Do you have anything that you want to share before we get up out of here?
Um, yeah, I think I have another interview that's coming, not interview, basically. I like to call them discussions, like having a discussion about you know breast cancer. People will do like different things. So I'm not sure. I haven't booked with her yet because, like I said, she was trying to get today. So I'll let the people know when that's going on. I know I'm supposed to be doing something else. I don't know if the panel. Uh, I know I'm supposed to be doing
Please
something
be sure
on
to
the.
let us know.
Yeah, Melanie Jones says so. We gotta figure out
Mel
what we're gonna
too.
do over there. And then
I don't know what Mel's other one, but she'll put her link in the chat, or I'll get it in the description box for you guys as well.
so yeah, just just that's all I'm doing. Like I kind of like I just I just like to chill nowadays. So like if you see me going live or something like that, um I'm trying to figure out what I exactly in what direction that I am going because like I said, I hate the niche thing, but it is what it is. I had a couple um
Post what you like, and we'll come support it. Either way, that's
yeah,
it.
so yeah, I'll always let you know. Right now, I'm covering the rewinding on the Darrell Brooks case. That was a long one,
Make
but
sure you guys go check out that content as well. For
yeah,
that,
I'm Survivor
Daryl,
Speaks on all platforms. Y'all follow me on Amazon, please. I need to get my
follow
following
her
up over there on
everywhere.
Amazon.
We are both
Follow me
everywhere.
anytime.
You can follow us both on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Where else are you?
TikTok.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok too. You guys can follow us everywhere. So there's lots of content to go around. Short form content, long form content, however you like to get your content. Um, we will make sure that the 2 interviews that she has coming up gets posted in the chat as well. When we do a catch up again here for maybe like a little part 2 or something like that, I will make sure that you guys are aware. We will be having the um, domestic violence panel coming up. This is just 7 days away, and I do want to bring some awareness to you guys. I know that we spoke about the Marcellus Williams case about a couple of weeks
Ooh.
ago. The gentleman who was executed on September 24th, I believe it was, he was innocent. There is
Mhm.
another man right now. He has 7 days. His name is Robert Robertson. I'm going to be doing a video about him tomorrow. Please, please, please. This man only has 7 days left. He's autistic. He was convicted with no evidence of harming anyone or anything like that. I need you guys to get the full story, so I'm not going to just throw things out there at you. I will be talking about it tomorrow, but you can take a deep dive on your own in advance just so that you are aware of the story before we get into it tomorrow. His name is Robert Robertson. And if you guys not following the Innocence Project, please make sure you're following that. Every single day in America, there's another story up there about an innocent person who is literally being red rummed right in front of our eyes, for crimes that they didn't commit.
Yeah.
So I want us to make sure that we're taking a real look into what is happening as far as capital punishment in our states, in the states that we live in. If you have a child, a niece, a nephew, anybody, you yourself, do you want to be sitting in a place of lethal injection with nobody there to help you and you're innocent of a crime? No, we can't have this. There should be a certainty that I've done something before you take my life for doing something that you think I've done. I don't want to know about your feelings. I don't know about your
Mhm.
personal thoughts. That's between you and Jesus. I need you to prove to me that I've done something for you to kill me about. So
Mhm.
I need you guys to make sure that you are looking into the Innocence Project and following me for anything that I put out. And when we have these petitions that are going up, sign the petitions. They don't always work. Didn't save Marcellus. One of these days, maybe it'll work. Maybe that day will be for somebody you love. So take your time to sign the petitions. They're as important as voting.
Sneaky. Can I just say something
Yes.
about that? You know what's so sad about Marcellus Williams is that not only did they not really, they didn't have any uh, evidence. The evidence was contaminated that they did have, but they still didn't have his
It
DNA
was
on.
contaminated.
Right? Yeah, they still didn't have his DNA on it. But what really got me was that,
Contaminated evidence,
yep,
no DNA,
yep,
and the two people who were their witnesses were also felons. So this is not acceptable. And we're
yeah,
not going to accept this for our children going forward in the future. My niece, my
mhm.
nephew is not going to have to deal with this. I'm sorry. I'm
But
going to talk about it.
you know what? What's so sad is the victim's family didn't want him. They didn't want him executed. They were fine with him, even though they weren't going to release him. And the Innocence Project
Mhm.
tried. They were going. They were at least going to let him change his plea to an out for plea, just so he didn't have to be red rummed. But
My
um,
problem is even bigger than that because the prosecutor, the person who brought the charges against him, wanted to
mhm,
take the charges back and he can't even rescind the charges. He's telling you, "Hey, I made a mistake. I am wrong." And
that's
there's
crazy.
nothing within our justice system to rectify that action, and
Hmm.
that is an abolishment of the law. Like we that is what should
Hmm.
not be happening on any level to anybody of any color, race. Nobody should that should not be
Hmm.
happening. And if that is happening in America, we have more to worry about than defunding the police. Like we got
Yeah.
bigger issues and I need everybody to pay attention. So
Yep. Why get
with
into that
that being
YSL
said,
call? Because
yeah,
that's a mess.
definitely, 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 definitely. With that being said, that's something that we're going to be making sure that we go forward and talking about. I do want to give you guys a little
Hmm.
bit of an update on Michaela. I did find out some little bit of stuff about her family that I wanted to talk about. They still haven't done the cause of death yet for her, so I was going to wait until we got that and then just do one update about what has happened since Michaela has been gone. And then I'm going to do the story on Robert Robertson to make sure we only have 7 days left. I want everybody to have the petition. I want everybody to sign it. So you're going to start seeing posts about that coming out soon. Please, please, please make sure that you sign them. Um, and that's really it. That's all I got for you guys. I want to say thank you to you, Survivor Speaks, for being my very, very, very first interview. How do you guys think I did? How do you think I did, Survivor? How do you think I did?
I think you did wonderful. And I just keep going. You know,
Okay.
I'll be in and out. Your content is very different. They need something different on YouTube, and you bring a different perspective, like from a couple different angles or whatever. So, applaud you for that. Um,
Thank you.
and if I could just say to the people in the crowd that, how I end my show, because you may be ready to go, just to make sure, just like Sneaky said, please get your mammograms,
Hmm.
fill out your boobies to make sure that you are right, you are all right. And
Yes.
don't you dare let anybody come into your house and
Mhm.
disturb the peace that passes all understanding. So I just wanted to I end every show like that. So I just wanted to tell the people, when I say fill the boobies, I'm not trying to be funny. That's a term used for, breast cancer. But yeah, and also,
Yes.
um, I just want to say to the men too, very, very strong message to the men. Men, you are not exempt. Um,
Hmm.
Men get breast cancer too. So I just wanted to make sure I'm bringing awareness to that
Hmm.
wherever I go. Make sure I don't let that, go by the wayside. If you're
Hmm.
feeling anything in your, what do they call it, pecs? If you're feeling anything, because you don't want to call it breast,
Yeah, and we can
pecs,
call it chest and chest. We can say that.
chest, we can say whatever. But if you're feeling any discomfort, please just, men,
Go do and
women,
check.
both, make sure you go to your doctor and get that checked out, because it definitely could be, breast cancer. So I just, I'm really big on sharing that, because some people don't know that men get breast cancer too. So that's that's
Yes,
it. But I think you're
I
doing
did.
great.
I made sure to include them in one of my posts as well this week, saying the same thing. Men get breast
Hmm.
cancer too. And I
Hmm.
understand that there's a stigma in the word breast. And so we're going
Yeah.
to say chest, pecs. We call it whatever you want to call it. Just go get it
Hmm.
examined. And
Right.
I'm good and you'll be good as well. So thank you,
Yep.
thank you, thank you again. I
You're welcome. Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
I appreciate
Thank you. I
everybody
will
that
go
came.
ahead and Imma just close this thing out. I think that it was a great interview, and I
I
appreciate
think
you.
so
Thank you
too. Good
very
job, Sneaky. See
Hey, thank
you on the
you.
other side. See you on the other side.
Yes, ma'am. I will see you later. Thank you so much for coming up, and you have a good one, okay?
Well, let me see how do I get out of here? All right. I
I
see.
got you. Don't worry.
Bye.
I got you.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
You
Okay.
too.
All right. Bye. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for rocking out with me. I appreciate y'all. I hope you got a lot of information here. Sneaky, can you drop the link in the chat right quick? You want to come up, Mel? Hold on a second. Let's see. Chella, chella, chella. Thank you. I'm glad that you liked it. Let's see if. Okay, Mel, I put the link in the chat. Thank you, Jella. I appreciate you, girl. You be having my back. You be sending me like little cutest, kindest, little thoughtful things. So I appreciate you, honey. Thank you. I don't know if that works, Mel, but I did send it. So let's see what happens. We'll give her a second to come up here. While we wait for her to come up, let me see if I could get a little something going over here. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. I'll play a quick little commercial while we wait for her to come up.
I see you. I see you. I'm lurking. Get your ass up off the bitch, sticks twerking. Can you pop, see the like the niggas working? Now drop some links in the chat, you little sneakies, it's a shit going down, let's take a peeky. Who the fuck is you? Just call me sneaky. Ayo sneaky, ayo sneaky.
Hello. You hear Mel? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Buddy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, welcome. Well, hello, chat. Not welcome, but hello, chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to Survivor Speaks. Um, I just want to come here for a hot second. I'm not going to infringe on nothing. I just wanted to say salute to you. I'm so proud of you. I don't even know why I'm freaking halfway about to get emotional. I don't even know what the hell, but but this was a dope show, dope interview. Pardon my tardiness. I'm so sorry. My brothers came over to see me, and they kind of held me up a little bit. And I was like, wait, I got something to do. Move. But shout out to you. Shout out to Survivor Speaks. She already knows how I feel about her. She's a survivor every day through and through. But I'm so proud of you. I didn't mold you or create you. You had your own vision. You had your own the way of doing things and how you wanted to do your channel and how you want to present yourself. But I'm just so proud of how well you presented your content, your editing, your videos, how you present yourself. You just carry yourself with such grace and such dignity and such maturity, and I really do enjoy your content. I really do. It's different. It's not salacious, and it's you not for the mess, you for the information, and I can appreciate that. So I just wanted to say that to you
Oh,
real quick. So I'm gonna leave out of here before I start to
yes,
freaking
you gotta
crying.
make me cry over here.
Exactly. I'm about to leave before I start fucking crying talking. But you are
Yes,
so fucking dope, yo. When I tell you you're so dope, son. When I tell you you're
thank
dope, like I can appreciate your intellect. I can appreciate your mindset. I can appreciate your drive and your vision and where you're going with your channel. I appreciate that shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I'm sorry. Pardon my language. I'm a little piece of abrupt and blunt to the point, so I'm sorry a little bit.
Oh
But
no. Wait,
but
you still there? Hold on,
I'm
wait.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead. I can still hear you. Sorry. I thought I lost you for a second if you asked.
Okay, I'm good. You can hear me. You guys can hear me.
Yeah. Loud and clear, you're good.
Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I swear to goodness I do. And you are so talented, and I swear to goodness, like you're dope. You're creative. Your mindset is different. You know what I'm saying? Like you bring your ideas in a cohesive way to where it's like, oh, well, that's what and you bring it into one form, and then it's like you have no choice but to understand it and know what it is. So I can appreciate your content, and I honestly do. And you bring the real, and you bring information to us that we need. You're very vital
How
to this. You're very
you
vital to this YouTube space. You are.
I appreciate you. And I'm not gonna get emotional here.
Exactly. That's all. Like,
Thank
let's get the hell out this shit before we start fucking forward. What the hell are they over there crying about? They're so weird. I know. I don't want to be a weirdo. I don't want to be a widow, but I
thank
wanted to say
you.
that. I wanted to say that to you in front of everybody. I want to say that a replay game. Y'all make sure y'all smash this like button. I'm telling y'all, she's a force to be reckoned with. And and again, it's a gravitational pull. You're gonna draw the people. You're gonna draw the people with the information, and you're gonna be one of those channels that's like, let me tap in and tune in and see what she got going on because she brings the information to us, and you're vital to this YouTube space. I promise you.
I appreciate you so much, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, she.
I'm
Let's
getting,
get that.
I'm getting
Let's get the hell out this shit
out
before
of
we
here.
start fucking crying. Okay.
You're not about to make me a punk on this internet.
Yeah. Listen, you know I
I
already done cried all up. I done cried all up and down damn YouTube, so I ain't even got no time for this shit.
told you I would end a whole live, a whole interview. I would end it all before y'all got
Before I saw
here.
that for you, was like that was real. You hit that end button real quick. But shout out to all the guys shout out to all the guys in the chat. Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to her channels. And I'm gonna drop before you end Sneaky, let me put your links in the chat and put your other stuff in the chat real quick.
Yeah,
You know,
I
give it
just
like
played first, and we're gonna head out of here. So thank
okay.
you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you all for being here in the chat. Again, whether you're here with me in the physical, if you're here with me in the spirit, I appreciate you. If you're on a replay gang, I appreciate you. You guys matter too. Smash the like button, share if you care, share if you care. I love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and just play this little video mail. You could drop with links,
I
and then I'm
got
gonna
you.
go ahead and thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here.
Shout out to y'all and shout out to you,
And
Sneaky. I'm gonna drop down there.
it's okay. Thank you. Shout out to you too,
Okay.
boo. Make
All
sure you
right, no
guys
problem.
subscribe to Mel After Dark. Make sure you guys subscribe to Melanie Jones Said So. And make sure you guys also subscribe to Queen of the East so that you can get all of Melanie Jones Said So content as well. And this video is not monetized just yet. Y'all see them numbers. You see me. I know you see me. And if you don't see me, you better open up your damn eyes. And if not, slide on over to the Cash App, smash me, because you know I can't get no super chats right now. So I love y'all. Thank you for being here with me, and we gonna ride out.
My content is so fire, and you know that. That's facts. Ain't no looking past at the sneaky link. She's a hashtag. It's time to get this money. Hit me up on the Cash App. I hear you talking big support, and now show me where your cash at. Cash App. Dig into that stash. Don't let the love ever slack. I'm forever giving back. My beauty is so black. Content is so fire, and you know that. That's facts. Ain't no looking past at the sneaky link. She's a hashtag. It's time to get this money. Hit me up on the Cash App. I hear you talking big support, and now show me where your cash at. Cash App.